Now, the 15th edition of the African Diaspora International Film Festival has kicked off in Paris. 11 powerful films from across the globe are being showcased. One of the pieces in the spotlight this year is Fête, pères, or Father's Day by Ayana O'Shun, a raw, moving look at absent fathers in Black communities, told through powerful stories from Quebec and Guadeloupe. Well, we have the pleasure of speaking to Ayana now, who joins me. Hello.
Hello.
Thank you so much for coming in to talk to us about your piece.
My pleasure.
We know that you were hesitant about making this documentary because it explores some of those stereotypes that are attached to absent Black fathers in the community. Tell us why you went ahead with it anyway.
I went ahead with it because I could not deny that this subject was a pretty essential subject in the Black communities. I was born and raised in Montreal, Canada, and myself, I grew up with a single mom. My father left my mother when I was 2, and so I was raised by her only. And growing up, I realized that half of Black families were without fathers in Canada, in the US, and some parts of the Caribbean. So I asked myself, how come? So for me, doing this film was a way not only to understand the phenomenon of absent Black fathers, but also to reconcile with my own father, trying to understand where he came from based on the social and historical aspects.
Well, your personal experience does play a massive role in this film. Tell us how you incorporated that in the film.
I start the film by saying that my father left my mother when I was 2 years old. And for me, in the film, it was important not only to talk about my own experience, but go meet other Black women, in majority, who lived through the same things. Why? Because, you know, there's been a lot of books and movies and films about the relationship between fathers and sons, but not too much has been done for the relationship between fathers and their daughters, and the influence absent Black fathers have on the daughters. So since I lived through these consequences, it was important for me not only to talk about it, to share it with the audience, but also to try to really understand what's behind all this. And the reason I decided to do the film is because somewhere I healed from this wound with my father. And all the women in the documentary, they also succeeded to empower themselves. So not only they healed, but they are showing ways, by the way they live, to be able to have a fulfilling life anyway.
You said how when you grew up, you saw that half of the Black fathers in North America, or Black families in North America, were fatherless compared to 1/5 of families on average.
Yes.
You talked about how you spoke to a lot of the women who experienced this. What did they have to say to you?
It was fascinating what they had to say to me. You know, the experiences are diverse, so for me it was important to show that. So you have the cases of fathers who left. You have the cases of the fathers who died. So it's the same, you know, wound. And some women I interviewed in Guadeloupe told me that their fathers was there, you know, physically, but he wasn't there emotionally. And these fathers, they count as present fathers on paper, but the reason why I think the film touched so many people in festivals and in movie theaters, it's also because so many people live with absent emotional fathers. So they're there physically, but they're not able to relate. And the consequences for them is the same as if the father wasn't there.
And what message do you want people to have when they leave those cinema rooms watching your film?
I want an empowering message. You know, the film also interview Black fathers who are present in the new generation, and they're fighting to be in the lives of their daughter. So the message I want to put out there is that not only it's possible to reconcile the history with a capital H, with the small histories of all these people, it's possible to heal, it's possible to be empowered, and the new generation of fathers is totally different.
So you have hope. You believe that this will improve, that more people will...
Yes, and the numbers are saying it. In 2010, in Canada, half of the fathers were absent, and today, 15 years later, it's 25%. So it's closer to the national average. And for me, it shows that not only there's hope, but there's an awakening of Black fathers in the new generation.
Well, it sounds like we're moving in the right direction. Ayana, thank you so much for coming in and talking to us about your film. Best of luck with it. I hope the screening tomorrow goes really well.
Yes, it's at 6 o'clock at Cinéma des Arts tomorrow.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.